Hi, I'm Greg Klee, and I am in the Counseling Center here at Chaminade High School today to meet the Director of Counseling, Scott Borchart. Scott, thanks for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
Scott, you are the Director of the Counseling Department here at Chaminade. How long have you been in that role? How long have you been at Chaminade?
Yeah, I've been a counselor here for 16 years, with the last 2 years actually being the Director of Counseling.
And a few more years than that tagged on when you were a little bit younger. You're an alum of the school?
Yes, I graduated here in 2001.
Great. Well, we are glad to have you here. As the director of a counseling office in a high school, what does a counseling office provide our families here at Chaminade?
That's a great question. You know, the Chaminade Counseling Office is a full-service counseling office. We not only help students with their academics, whether they need help learning how to study for a particular class, talk about an issue in a class, but we're here for the social emotional counseling of students, which is an ongoing thing that we really try to focus on at Chaminade. And of course, in addition to that, being a college prep school, we do a lot of college counseling, and all of our counselors here are trained to counsel students in that process.
And how many counselors do we have here at Chaminade?
We have 8 full-time counselors here, in addition to a full-time school therapist.
Okay, 8 different counselors. So when I find out who my counselor is, that counselor is going to stay with me all 4 years?
Yeah, so once you get them as a freshman or whenever you come to the school, you'll stay with that same counselor during your whole time at Chaminade.
Okay, so when will I find out if I'm new to Chaminade who my counselor is?
So if you're new to Chaminade, you're going to be learning at the beginning of August who your counselor is, how to sign up, how to use Sign Up Genius, all that fun stuff.
Okay, and if I'm also a new student, when am I going to meet my counselor in person for the first time?
Great question. So if you're not showing up to do schedule changes, which we can talk about a little bit later, you will be meeting with us within the first 2 to 3 weeks of school so that we can make sure the transition to Chaminade is going smoothly for you.
And in the future, once I know my counselor and I'm setting up appointments, I can have those appointments with my parents present?
Yeah, if your parents want to show up, we just ask that they email us so that we can make sure we block off enough time to have that parent meeting.
You mentioned schedules a moment ago. Everybody's looking forward to getting their schedule in summer before school opens. When I get that schedule and I want to change something in that schedule, how does that work here at Chaminade?
So we have a certain schedule change window. And that begins the day before classes start in August and runs for the first 6 days of classes, which allows our students to go and experience the class to make sure that it is the right fit for them.
Okay, and if I want to make a schedule change because my friend has that class second period and I have it fourth period, I can just come in and ask for that?
As much as we would love to give the students the exact schedule they want, we do have certain limitations. We do not do changes based off teacher preference. So you can't choose this teacher over that, and we don't allow them to choose what block they're taking classes. And then, of course, we're limited by the space in the classes. So if a class is full, sorry, we can't create a seat.
So no guarantees.
No guarantees.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Families choose Chaminade for lots of different reasons. I'm sure people are curious about why you choose Chaminade.
Yeah. So I've chosen Chaminade every year during this time I've been here because I love being here. As a counselor, I wanted to make sure that I was able to help students, whether that was their academic journey, their social emotional journey, college journey. And at Chaminade, with 8 different counselors, we have a much smaller caseload that allows us that one-on-one time with students to be proactive in our counseling with them.
All right. Scott Borchart, Director of Counseling, thank you very much for a couple of minutes of your time today.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you for joining us today. I'm Greg Klee. Thank you for choosing Chaminade. Go Eagles.